everybody, Cinema Sickness here, and as always, hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And today was a pretty fun day for me and my family. We headed out to the Green Dragon, which is a really cool farmer's market slash flea market out in, I believe it's Ephrata, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Pennsylvania, out towards like the Reading, Lancaster, Pennsylvania area. Very, very cool out there. They're only open on Fridays, so if you want to go there, you got to go on a Friday, no other days. Kind of weird, but kind of awesome. So a lot of times we'll take off work on the same day, and we'll head out there like early in the morning and hit it up and have some fun out there. And we love shopping there. I mean, there's all kinds of cool stuff I like looking at. The wife likes all kinds of stuff. Simmons Jr. loves it because there's a lot of Amish people there, and they got their horse and buggies out. It was great. I got to take him over to see the horse and buggies, and he was absolutely loving that. And there's great food, and it's a really cool atmosphere. Awesome place. I've been going for many, many years. In fact, I actually introduced it to my wife. I actually had the girl I dated before my wife actually introduced the Green Dragon to me, and then I got to introduce it to my wife later, and she loved it. And we just go out there all the time, and it's just a lot of fun. I always say though, it's very hit or miss. I never go out there expecting to find stuff. It's not like going to Jake's or Q-Mart or something like that, where I'm always gonna come back with something. I go out there, I never know. I've gone out to Green Dragon a few times and come back completely empty-handed. You just don't know. Kind of depends on if there's people out there selling stuff. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't, and it just depends on what they're all selling. I've been there where nobody's selling any movies whatsoever, so it happens. So I never really go there expecting to find stuff, but I've gotten really lucky the past few times I've been there. I've found some amazing deals. So, of course, while I was out there, I shot some video, so let's go do some hunting. Well, alright guys, we have arrived at the Green Dragon. So excited to be back out here. It's been a few months, and it is a beautifully overcast day, not 1,000 degrees, as it usually is. So first thing I come across is a UMD demo disc. I already have it, don't need that. And a UMD carrying case here, which may have something good inside. Very difficult to get open with one hand, and a complete waste of my time. Empty. So I passed on those, did not need them. But right over here, something pretty cool caught my eye. First off, there is a film editor. Very awesome, but I have two. Do not need that one. And some film. Very awesome as well. He was asking 10, he talked me down to 5. I still passed on it because it was very rusted out, not in good shape. Even for $5, I was going to pass on that. These were not so interesting. A bunch of like movies you buy stuff in paper cases and a bunch of other stuff I had no interest in. Passing on those. Nothing I needed there. But check out all these cool salt and pepper shakers. Ton of them are Disney. You guys know how much I love my Disney. These were awesome, but again, I didn't need them, so I passed. But it was just very cool to see. And oh my god, Spice Girl dolls? Are you kidding me? Jerry and Emma boxed? These are amazing. The lady said she only wanted $15. Both. Total $15. Why did I not get these? I am kicking myself now. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have grabbed them. I really want the full set, but I should have picked them up. I probably could have talked her down. What was I thinking? I'm such an idiot. But this made up for it. This guy here had a ton of awesome titles. Look at all this stuff. I was so excited to see somebody at Green Dragon with a ton of awesome stuff. And this guy was priced to sell. He was looking to get rid of all this stuff. He was making deals all over the place with everybody. I picked up some cool stuff. Very excited to come across The Danish Girl. Really wanted to see this movie, so definitely had to pick that up. And finally, coming across a copy of Dead Snow 2 for a good price. He had them marked at only $3. That was awesome. So I ended up picking up a lot of cool stuff off this guy. He gave me a ton of great deals. I got a whole bag here full of goodies off him. Very excited to show you guys what I got. So much cool stuff. And then coming across some more just randomness. These were all very sun-faded. Nothing here I needed. I passed on all this. Lots of records. I looked, no laser discs. So just a lot of stuff here I had absolutely no interest in whatsoever. So passed up on all of that. But then this got a little bit more interesting. Some DVDs here. Some CDs. As far as the DVDs were concerned, also very sun-faded and nothing I needed. I think I've looked through this person's stuff before. Some season sets, very cool, but nothing I needed. But this is awesome. CDs, Money Money Ballstones, did not need that. But Bad Religion, I don't have that one yet. Had to grab that CD, very awesome. And this was almost really cool. Death Clock, the Death album. This is amazing. Disc 1 in perfect condition. Disc 2, though, missing. No disc 2. I was so incredibly bummed. But then on to some more DVDs. $2 a piece, 3 for $5. Not a bad deal, but nothing I needed to grab. So pass up on all that. But as you can see, this is a game store, and I had to look around, see what kind of games they had. Not much in the way of Game Boy games, but they did have many UMD videos. This guy was also priced to sell. One of the good things about UMD videos is people are always looking to just get rid of them because nobody buys them except for me, and I got a good deal on them. And then I was hungry and decided to grab myself an insanely giant pretzel. Look at these things. Oh, they're so delicious. I had to bite right in. Look at this thing. It's as big as my head. It is a huge, insanely pretzel. And that's actually the smaller size. They have a bigger one. It's crazy. And Cinema Sickness Jr. was digging it too. And he could barely even get his mouth around it. But that's awesome. These are really cool. These coffin, I guess just boxes. That's all it is. Just an empty coffin box with really cool stuff printed on them. I look at these every time I come here, but what would I do with it? I have no idea. They're just neat to look at, but I have no interest in those because what would I do with it? I don't know. And one of the cool things about the Green Dragon is they have plenty of cocks. Cocks all around. If you were into cock, Green Dragon is the place to go because they have tons of them. And on to another gaming store here. I usually pick up some stuff from this guy every time I come here. There's some Game Boy Advance videos, very cool, but as you guys know, I just completed my Game Boy Advance video collection. That is complete. Very excited about that. Unfortunately, this time around, nothing I wanted to pick up. I guess it's just getting harder and harder for me to find titles I'm willing to pay maybe like $5 or so for. Nowadays I'm picking up like titles for maybe like $1 or $2 or something like that. He had a bunch of UMD videos as well, but I actually have every single one of those. Did not need to pick any of those up. And again, looking through all the Game Boy Advance videos here, or not Game Boy Advance, just Game Boy Advance games. Nothing I needed to grab, although there were some Game Boy Advance videos in there, but nothing I needed to grab. These were all like $5 a piece, and it was just a bunch of stuff that for $5 I wasn't gonna pay. Looked through his Game Boy stuff as well, and his Game Boy Color stuff, but nothing in there I needed, so I passed on all that stuff. Did not walk out of here with anything. Kind of a bummer. Maybe next time. And then on to yet another little gaming store, and look at all these UMDs. A ton of stuff in here I needed. I could have gone crazy. I only picked up a few things from him. Definitely could have grabbed some more, though. And he had Blu-rays as well, but unfortunately, nothing I needed, so I did pass up the Blu-rays. But like I said, did grab some UMD videos, which was cool. And look at this amazing 1994 blockbuster movie poster. Look at that Groundhog's Day there. Sleepless in Seattle. This is so cool. I almost thought about picking this up. It was only $4, which was, a good price. But where would I hang it? I had no idea. It's just kind of one of those things where it's really cool. It's awesome. I love this. I just don't know what I would do with it or where I'd hang it up. I really don't have room for a calendar in the library. So I did pass on it. Maybe somebody else will put better use to it. But man, this thing was cool. Look at all that. I love it. There's the store there. And all the coupons. That was absolutely amazing. So there you go, guys. That was my trip out to the Green Dragon. An absolutely fantastic, beautifully overcast day. Let's take a look at everything I picked up. Well, alright guys, there you go. That was my trip out to the Green Dragon, and as you can see, definitely some awesomeness going on out there. Got some really good deals. Definitely picked up some awesome stuff. So let's take a look at what I got. So first up here, we'll take a look at the stuff I grabbed from that amazing stand of that guy who had all those DVDs and Blu-rays. Now, at first, I was a little upset because I see all this stuff. I'm thinking, oh, there's so much stuff here, awesome. His prices really weren't that great. I was kind of like, oh, some like newer-ish titles were $10, and he had some other stuff marked kind of high, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna buy anything off this guy. I found like $2-3 titles I wanted, and I was like, all right, I'll definitely get those two, but the rest of the stuff, I just wasn't seeing anything I was interested in due to the pricing. There were definitely titles I wanted, but nothing I wanted for those prices. But then the guy was really friendly, really nice. He started talking. He's like, look, I'm pricing this sell. I know all this stuff is marked, this much and that much, but I'll make you some deals. So I was like, all right, here's what I'm going to do. I want these two titles. And I was like, all right, I'm going to pick up a couple more titles that I might be interested in, and I'll just see what he says. So I handed him, I believe it was, yes, I handed him, yeah, okay, I handed him this stack of movies here. I'm like, what would you do? I'm thinking, I don't really want to pay more than maybe $20, although really that's kind of more than even I wanted to pay. And he came back with $18. And you know what? Actually, I'm lying to you. It was these three right here. He came back with $18 for For these 5, for these 3, and these 2. I'll get around to that in a minute. So he wanted $18 for all this right here, which is a really, really good deal. Again, I kind of wanted to pay around $20 for it. And that was going to be my offer. He already said 18, so I didn't even have to talk him down. He already gave me a price that was cheaper than I wanted to pay. And then after that, again, I got talking to him more. He said, still, price in the sell. So I was like, all right, well, I'm interested in these 2 as well. What would you give me these? He said, how about $5 a piece? So awesome. You went half price on these. So I ended up getting some really cool stuff. So marked at $10 down to $5. I got In the Heart of the Sea, which is pretty cool. A rental copy, which unfortunately somebody crossed out rental, but whatever. So pretty awesome. Very cool. In perfect condition. I mean, when it comes to rental, you always got to check that disc. I don't think this was ever rented. It's like in brand new condition. I always love that when I'm like, oh, a rental. When I look at the disc, I'm like, I don't think anybody rented this copy. So pretty cool. I saw a trailer for this. Looked interesting. So very awesome. And same thing goes with the Water Diviner, the Water Diviner. This also marked down to only $5. This I also saw a trailer for it. It looked really good, and the guy selling this was like, I just watched this. It was amazing. You got to see it. So the trailer looked good. I got a good recommendation for it. I want to see this movie. So very, very cool. This was also, oh yeah, this was also a rental, but also in perfect shape. This one actually has some rating on it. 170D from Video. I gotta find this place. Video Haven. Where's that? I gotta find that. Is that place still in business? If anybody knows, if any of you guys are in the like Lancaster area, maybe Video Haven is something around there. I gotta find that out. But looks pretty cool. Definitely want to check this movie out. And then the ones I got for a total of $18 was The Danish Girl. Really excited about this. In fact, I really want to watch this movie. Like as soon as I'm done editing this video, I want to put this in. I really want to see this movie. It looks really good. But the wife wants to see it too, and I know if I watch it without her, she's gonna be pretty angry, so I gotta wait. But I really want to see this. It looked really good. I've heard good things. Didn't like win some awards and stuff like that, I think. Maybe, I don't know. But definitely want to check this one out, so very cool. This is great. The Woman in Black 2, Angel of Death. Now, the movie was just kind of okay. It wasn't all that great. The first movie is amazing. If you haven't seen the first movie, see it, because the atmosphere in that movie is just so creepy. This one kind of failed in that, I kind of thought. But I didn't have a copy of this yet. I've been waiting to get a copy on Blu-ray because my Woman in Black 1 is on Blu-ray, and I kind of wanted to have them both on Blu-ray. So I've been waiting to find a copy of this on Blu-ray. I haven't really come across one up until today. I've seen it on DVD a few times for cheap, but I've always passed on it because I'm like, no, I'm going to hold off. I'm going to wait till I come across it on Blu-ray, and I did. So very awesome. Woman in Black 2, very cool to have it, even though I just realized the artwork is cut up. Yeah, why do people keep ripping, like, look, like, they crossed out rental, and then this is a rental exclusive. You can see right there, rental exclusive, but they cut it off. Why do they do that? I don't know. That's annoying. Is this more Video Haven? Why do you do that? I don't like it. Stop ruining the artwork. I don't care this says rental. I like this says rental. But anyway, so pretty cool to finally come across it on Blu-ray. And then also, this was originally marked at $10, so these were originally marked at $10 a piece, but marked them down quite a bit. This is great because I literally just saw a trailer for this like 2 days ago, and the trailer really made me want to see it, and I actually just added it to my wish list, and that is Legend. This looked fun. Is this a good movie, guys? Let me know. Leave a comment down below. Let me know about this one, because I thought this looked like a great movie from the trailer. The trailer really sold me on it, and I was like, I gotta add it to my wish list. I gotta check this out. So when I came across it, I was pretty excited. So definitely something I want to see. It's got the, even though I'm not a big slip guy, it's got the slip and everything. So really, really cool. Definitely excited to check this one out. Again, leave a comment down below. Let me know about this movie. Let me know if it's any good, because again, I really definitely want to check this one out. And then for $3 a piece, this was pretty cool. Dead Snow 2, Red vs. Dead. Very awesome. I haven't seen Dead Snow 2 yet. I had the first one. It's great. Really good movie. It's a Nazi zombie movie. It's a lot of fun. I love it. And I definitely wanted to see the second one. So I was pretty excited to come across this for only $3. I was definitely going to grab it for that price, period. I mean, that's awesome. So very cool, and like perfect shape with the slip and everything. So really, really cool. Very awesome to come across this for $3. I'm surprised he didn't have this marked at more. The guy kind of, he seemed to have some knowledge on like how much stuff is worth, because he would start telling me, he's like, oh, I got copies of like this for sale back at home I gotta bring, and copies of this, and he was like naming stuff that's like out of print that's like worth some money. And I was like, all right, this guy has maybe an idea what his stuff's sort of worth, but at the same time he's kind of overcharging for stuff, and this I thought was marked maybe a little bit low. And I mean, not low for a, let me put it this way. This wasn't marked low for a flea market. $3 is kind of right on point for a flea market, at least in my area. But as far as how much this guy was charging for other things, I thought, why didn't he mark this higher, since it's, I don't know. But anyway, I was excited. I had to grab that. And then I picked up something for Cinema Sickness Jr. Not for me. It's going to go in my collection. That is Sesame Street, The Best of Elmo. Oh, man, Cinema Sickness Jr. loves him some Elmo. I love me some Elmo, too. But he loves Elmo, which is cool. I tried to get him into Big Bird, because when I was a kid, Big Bird was the big Sesame Street star. You were into Big Bird. I had a Big Bird costume I wore for like 4 Halloween straights, and my mom used to say you should wear it around the house. I was a huge Big Bird fan, as most kids my age were, because Big Bird was the Elmo of my time, and then Elmo came along and stole the thunder, so I was trying to get my son to Big Bird, but he fell into the Elmo craze. He loves Elmo, so this is pretty awesome. Yeah, I think this is all the same stuff that's on the Best of Elmo CD I have as well. So very cool. I'm just going to add to my collection because I love me some Sesame Street. I love Elmo, but very cool because Cinema Sickness Jr. is going to freak out when I pop this one in. He's going to love watching this, so that's awesome. So $3, had to pick it up. I might have actually passed on it. It was just for me. I don't know. I mean, $3 is a good deal and all, but I may have passed on it. But Cinema Sickness Jr. sold me on it, so I had to pick that up. All right, then I grabbed 2 CDs here for a total of $5. First one being Bad Religion, Stranger Than Fiction. Love Bad Religion. Great pumpkin band? Yeah, great punk band. Absolutely fantastic. I'm actually coming around to Philly really soon. Maybe I'll go see him. I don't know. But, I mean, one of the best, well-known kind of godfathers in the punk scene. I mean, they're one of the best well-known punk bands like of all time and whatnot, most popular punk bands of all time. Great music, very cool. Had to grab that. Didn't have that. In fact, I don't think I've ever owned the CD. I used to have a bunch of Bad Religion CDs back when before I sold my CD collection off. I don't know if I ever had Stranger Than Fiction. I don't think I did. I think this is one of the ones I never had. So very cool. And this, as I pointed out in the video, could have been such an awesome find, but it was only half an awesome find, and that is Death Clock, the Death album. I was so freaking excited when I came across this. This is something I never see. I never come across this. It's out in the wild. This is very rare. I'm sure you guys are gonna be like, oh, you can get it on eBay or Amazon. I'm sure I can, but out in the wild, I just don't come across this. So I was so excited. I opened it up, disc in perfect condition, but that's disc 1. There's 2 discs. Disc number 2 was missing. Now disc 2 has only 7 songs on it, but it's kind of like a bonus disc. I was so bummed that I was missing disc 2, but I still got it anyway because I just never see this. I actually have a digital copy of this that I downloaded off of iTunes many years ago. I downloaded that, so I do have a digital copy of it on iTunes. So I do have the full album, but I do want a physical copy, obviously. So I just picked it up. I couldn't pass on it. It's just something I don't see, even though it's not completely complete. I'm still getting 15 awesome Death Clock songs anyway. So I had to pick this one up. It's great. And for those of you who don't know, Death Clock is the band from the show Metalocalypse. It was on Adult Swim. If you haven't seen Metalocalypse, oh my god, check it out. It's so good. And the music is awesome. Brendan Smalls is just great. So very, very cool. I had to grab it, even though it's missing a disc. I still had to pick it up. It's awesome. All right, so then on to just some real awesomeness here. UMD videos. Today was like a UMD video day. You guys know I'm become a sucker for collecting UMD videos. I guess when I think about it, I think it's because I was really into collecting Laserdiscs. I was just all about collecting Laserdiscs. I love the artwork. I love collecting them, and this still like to this day like one of my favorite formats ever. I think what ended up happening is that the Laserdisc market seemed to like dry up. When I got into collecting Laserdiscs, they were like everywhere. I'd go on Craigslist. People were just selling them like crazy. I'd go to flea markets. I'd go to yard sales. I was finding Laserdiscs a lot. Now I come across them occasionally, but I was coming across them so much. And players. I have like 15 players up in storage just because I would just come across them for like $5. Like, it's just so cheap. Now I come across Laserdisc player, people are asking for like $200 for it. It's ridiculous. So, I just don't see Laserdisc as much as I used to anymore, unfortunately. But UMD videos, I still come across them quite frequently, and I think it's just become my new favorite thing to collect for because I come across them often, so it's awesome. So I picked up a few for a total of $5. Grabbed these 2 here. This person, it was a video game store. They had a whole bunch of UMDs I didn't have. I could have grabbed some more, but the prices weren't, they weren't bad, but I was like, I don't want to like blow all my money here. I'm just going to grab, and they're always there. It's a stand that's always there. So I'm like, I'm just going to grab 2, and then next time I come here, I'll have more stuff to buy. That's what I figured. So I ended up grabbing Resident Evil Degeneration, which I haven't seen in a long time. Got to rewatch this one. Marked at 3, but again, down to $2.50. So definitely got to pick that up. Very cool. And Resident Evil, which wasn't marked at all. No price in this, but he's like, yeah, I'll do it for $2.50. So really cool. I actually do enjoy Silent Hill. I think it's a good movie. A lot of people don't like this movie. Well, I mean, it's not great. It's not amazing. I'm not saying you got to see this, but I thought it was enjoyable. I liked it. It's a movie that I'd watch again. It was good. The sequel, though, was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life. Definitely on my list of, like, if I made, like, don't ask me to do it because I hate making like top whatever list. It's very difficult to do. I always have a hard time doing it. I think I make a list and I start scratching stuff off. The next thing I know, the list is like completely different, like 50 times. But I would definitely say that the Resident Evil sequel, Silent Hill sequel would be one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. The Resident Evil sequels, I like all the Resident Evil movies. They're great. But Silent Hill, I thought was a decent movie. So really cool to have it on UMD video. That's awesome. And then these I got for a total of $10. This guy at another video game stand was just looking to get rid of these, I think, because even he was saying, he's like, I really don't get these in very often, and then like nobody buys them. And that's kind of something I hear very often at video game stores. Is people just a lot of stores I go to, I ask, do you have any UMD videos? And they'll sell UMDs, but I'll ask, do you have any UMD videos? And they'll go, we don't take them in because nobody buys them. People just don't. I mean, why would anybody really care about these things? And I can kind of understand that. If you're a video game collector, chances are you're just going to be into the games. You don't want the UMD videos. I mean, I'm sure there's some of you out there and some other people out there who are in the video games who love collecting these things, of course. But I think the majority of people probably don't care about these. And then you got people like you and me who are into, cinema and whatnot. I'm sure only a few of us out there probably even care about picking these up too. Not a lot of people want to collect these. So it's kind of like a niche market of people who actually care about these. And that's just a lot of stores don't carry them. And luckily enough, when I do find them in stores, a lot of people are looking to just get rid of them and will make you a deal because they just don't want them in stock anymore because they've just been sitting there collecting dust. So I asked how much. He said 3 apiece. I brought these up. I was like, well, what kind of deal could you give me on these 5? And he goes, $10. $10 for all these. Score, I'll take it. So we have Dude, Where's My Car? Very cool. I haven't seen that in a long time. Deuce Bigelow, European Gigolo. Decent sequel. Little Man, which I still haven't seen. I have it on DVD, but I haven't checked this one out yet. I'm not expecting much from it. It's a Wayans Brothers movie, but I haven't seen it yet. But still, very cool to have Little Man. Then we got The Chronicles of Riddick. Very cool. And The Island. Very awesome. So, yeah, definitely a good day for UMD videos. Definitely glad to beef up my collection even more. The bookshelf, or the rolling book cart I have my UMDs on, if I keep buying them this often, it's going to be full very soon. So definitely an awesome trip out to the Green Dragon. I got some really cool stuff right here. Definitely some good finds, but this wasn't everything. I actually grabbed one more thing I want to show you guys. This I paid $18 for, but this was really, really cool. It's actually something I've been on the hunt for. Something I wanted. In fact, I owe this to Mrs. Sickness. She actually pointed this out to me. She's like, hey, Dave, isn't this what you've been looking for? It totally was. I jumped on it, and that is this rolling cart here. Look at this. I can't even show it to you. There you go. A rolling cart. You see, you put stuff right in there. This is really cool. Now, why do I want this? I've been wanting one of these. I don't even know where to put this. I've been wanting one of these for some time now. The reason being is because I go to flea markets a lot. I go to Jake's. I go to Q-Mart. I go to other flea markets. And when I go there, I end up, I'm carrying like 50 bags of me. I usually bring like a reusable like tote bag. I have one of those, but that gets full quickly as well. And then I end up having like 5 shopping bags. And by the end of the trip, I either have to go back to my car a couple times because I have so much stuff in my hands, or I'm just stuck carrying all this crap, and every time I want to look, I got to put this stuff down. And it's really annoying to have like 20 bags in your hand. You got to make sure when you put it down, nothing falls out. It's just, it's a hassle. I hate having like all these bags in my hand. So I've been wanting to have a cart for some time now. And I see people at flea markets rolling around carts all the time. And I'm like, man, I got to get me one of those. But a lot of the ones I see are just kind of like wire carts. And I'm like, I can't get that because I can't throw like, if I get a Game Boy game, I can't throw a Game Boy game in there. Or, even if I throw something like this in there, it's going to fall right through the the metal grate, and I can't have something like that. It's just a cage with very wide open holes, and I'm like, I can't have something like that. It's not gonna work. I need to, if I'm gonna get something like that, I need to find a way to line it. So I was pretty surprised to come across something that's basically just like a big bag on wheels. I mean, this right here is just freaking awesome. It's perfect. It's exactly what I need. It folds up as well. See, you fold it up, make it all flat. It's got this cool little compartment on the back, which I don't know what I would use for, but hey, why not? More storage. Awesome. So really cool. Very excited. 18 bucks for this. Hopefully it holds up well. It is kind of cheap. I'll give it that. It's very lightweight. The wheels are like this, like hard, like it's not even like plastic. I don't know what this is. It's like, it's like a really, maybe, I almost want to say it's like a hard styrofoam. It's kind of plasticky, but kind of not. So I'm hoping this doesn't fall apart. I'm not going to use it all that often. That's something, again, the wife kind of brought it to me, and I was like, I don't know, it's kind of cheap. She's like, how often do you use it? You go to Jake's, like every like couple weeks, like, and only during like certain times of the year. She's like, you're not going to use this thing all the time. You're just going to use it when you need it out at the flea markets. I'm like, yeah, you're right. So I think this might hold up for a while. I actually ended up using it today while walking around. It was great. I got to put everything inside it. It was really, really convenient to just use this, and I'm pretty excited to have it. So I look forward to my next trip out to Q-Mart or Jake's or wherever I go, and bringing this along and just loading it up with goodies. So very excited to get that. Definitely something I was looking for, and will make for future hunting trips. It'll make my future hunting trips very convenient. So I'm very much looking for that. So, all right, guys, there you go. That is it. So again, that was my trip out to the Green Dragon. Definitely an awesome trip. Again, as I said, Green Dragon can be very hit or miss. Sometimes you walk out with nothing. Sometimes you walk out with just a little bit. Sometimes you walk out with awesomeness. And my last few trips have been pretty awesome, and definitely excited about all this stuff I grabbed this time around. Already looking forward to my next trip. Oh, and again, it was beautiful out. Oh my God. The fact that it was like overcast. It was overcast. There was a breeze blowing. It was so nice. My wife wore shorts, and she actually was like, I wish I wore jeans today. I mean, it was that nice out. I couldn't believe how just beautiful of a day, because usually when we go to Green Dragon, we're like sweating. It's like 100 degrees out, but it was really, really nice out, so that's awesome. It's actually hotter inside than it was outside because of just people being inside the area. So pretty crazy, but very awesome. So again, I'm going to shut now. So, all right, guys, that is it. So like I always say, thank you guys so much for checking this video out. Please hit that like button down below. Also, if you want to see a brand new video from me, very often. Again, I'm trying to get away from saying every single day now, because again, everything's kind of up in the air with my job. But you guys just want to see videos from me quite often, hit that subscribe button and you're going to get one. And also, if you want to grab yourself a Cinema Sickness t-shirt, hoodie, tank top, hat, buttons, kids gear, baby gear, all kinds of cool Cinema Sickness gear, head over to cinemasickness.spreadshirt.com where you can get yourself some of that. And also, if you guys want to support new content and just show your thanks and appreciation for these videos, as many of you have been doing recently, I really do appreciate it. Head over to patreon.com/cinemasickness, where every tiny little bit helps, like just even $1, just anything, just really helps, and it's very much appreciated. So thanks for everything, guys. So yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.